Hey guys, it's Alex Isley, and I am really excited to be sharing with you what I believe is the next game changer in the health and fitness industry. Now, before I do, let me tell you a little bit about my backstory and why I believe that. Now, in 1999, I was actually introduced to the sport of triathlons, and I became passionate and in love with it. It was more of the training that I became addicted to, and the races were just there for me as kind of like my benchmark. And the more I started racing and training, the more committed I was to the sport. And I didn't have my own personal coach, so I started going out and searching the internet like probably most of us do for information, and followed a plan, a very structured plan that made sense to me for the races that I wanted to do, that I believed was going to help get me closer to my goal. So I would train like crazy, I would show up on race day, and I would fall short of my goals. And it was a little frustrating at first, and I thought, well, maybe I just wasn't conditioned enough. So like probably most of us, I went out and found another program. And again, I trained to the program. I was really committed to it. I never went off plan. I would show up on race day, same thing. I would race like crazy, and then I would fall short of my goals. And I really didn't know what it was and what was going on. And I started becoming more and more frustrated until eventually I got to the point where I had kind of like this aha moment. And what I started to realize was those programs that I was training and using were great programs, and they were successful for some people, but not for everybody. And I really believe that for any type of a program that you do, whether it's performance training like I was at the time, or whether it's weight loss, it's got to be a customized program. And what I found is that there are 4 essentials or 4 pillars to establish what your baseline is. And I have this in my ebook, The Road to a New You, where I talk about, you have to identify what your body type is, having a balanced nutrition program, knowing what your fitness level is whenever you're training. And then the 4th one is really kind of like how much time can you truly commit to your program. And after identifying all of these and then coming across this product, which I truly believe is kind of like the glue that brings it together, this is for everybody. So you want to know what it is? It's DNA testing. So I'm sure you've heard about DNA testing before, probably from, watching a criminal case, right? You see a lot of people that they're either proven guilty or not guilty based on their DNA makeup. Well, look, it's the same thing when it comes to health and nutrition, okay? We're all designed differently. We all have a different genetic makeup, and our body is going to respond different to different trigger points. And those trigger points are, food, fitness, your environment. So why wouldn't you want to know what those receptors are that your body's going to respond to? See, for me, when I was training for an Ironman in my triathlon days, if I would have known and had that data back then, I think it would have really helped me get closer to my goals, or even accomplish my goals in a lot more efficient time, because I was doing a program, or I would have been doing a program that was specifically to how my body would respond to it. And it's the same thing too for weight loss, okay? There's performance and then there's weight loss. So your body's going to be at its most efficient whenever those trigger points or those receptors are being engaged through food and nutrition. So again, like I had said before, this is truly the glue to bring everything together to get you to be the best that you can be. So this is how we're going to use the results from the DNA testing from the laboratory. What you're going to receive is a very comprehensive report that's basically going to tell you what to eat, what to do, and what to take. So the laboratory results are going to give you a very specific breakdown of what your macronutrients should be. So for example, maybe you're going to consume 40% of your meal should be your proteins, 35% of your meal can be your carbs, and 25% would be your fats. So how do you train? What the laboratory results are going to give you is a very specific formula on the intensity of the training that you should be doing specific to your body, which would be a good blend of high intensity training versus low intensity training. And knowing what supplements you should be taking that complement your food and your exercise, from your proteins to your pre-workout, post-workout, vitamins, minerals, and fat burners. So what does all of this mean? Why do you want to get your DNA testing results? Well, it's pretty simple. First one, it's going to help reduce the stress in your life. I mean, who wants more of that, right? Think about it. How many times you go into the gym and you're like, man, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should be running or if I should be lifting. Knowing your results and how to train is going to reduce a lot of that stress. And it's the same thing too when you go to the store and you buy your foods. You're going to know exactly what to buy. It's going to save you money. You're going to buy the right foods for your genetic makeup and your body type, right? As well as it's going to save you money for the supplements that you need to buy and not buy all this extra stuff that your body isn't processing. And then the last thing is really important to me, and I'm sure it is for you, and it's one thing that we have less and less of, and that is time. You have the opportunity and the ability here to really know the true and perfect formula to get you the results that you are absolutely working for, whether it's weight loss or just performance. So I'm excited to say that I've partnered with Simplified Genetic Laboratory to provide you with a discounted rate for the DNA testing. Now, this is the same testing that I use with my clients as well as my elite athletes that I train with, and they are getting incredible results. Once you receive the DNA report back with all of your data, you'll then have the opportunity to get all of the knowledge that I've gained through my personal experience as a triathlete and doing this test myself, I've actually seen incredible results with. So please make sure you purchase this DNA testing kit on my website.